Chapter 14. Magnets. We will learn discovery of magnet, magnets and its types, magnetic and non-magnetic materials, poles of a magnet, making magnets, Earth as a giant magnet, uses of magnets, care of magnets. Try to answer. Why does a magnet stick to your fridge? Name two materials on which a magnet has no effect. Discovery of magnet. According to a legend, the first magnet was discovered by a shepherd named Magnus who lived in ancient Greece. He used to take his herd of sheep and goats to the nearby mountains for grazing. He would take a stick with him to control his herd. The stick he carried with him had a small piece of iron attached at one end. One day he was surprised to find that he had to pull hard to free his stick from a rock on the mountainside. It seemed as if the stick was being attracted by the rock. On further investigation, the Greeks found that the rock had the property of attracting iron. They named this strange type of rock magnetite, perhaps after the name of that shepherd. Magnetite is made up mainly of a chemical called iron oxide. Some people believe that magnetite was first discovered at a place called Magnesia. This is how the story goes. It was also found that if a piece of magnetite was suspended freely in air, it always came to rest pointing in the north-south direction. This property of the magnetite became very useful in determining directions and paved the way for creating navigational compasses. Due to its direction-showing property, people started calling the rock as lodestone, which means leading stone. The Chinese are believed to be the first people to use these stones as direction indicators. The stones were later given the name magnet from the name of a place called Magnesia in Greece. Magnets and its types. Any material which has the property of attracting certain materials such as iron, cobalt and nickel is called a magnet. The word magnet has been derived from the word magnetite. Magnets can be classified into natural and artificial magnets. A material which occurs naturally and possesses magnetic properties is called a natural magnet. Magnetite, lodestone, is an example of natural magnet. Later on, the process of making magnets from pieces of iron was discovered. These are known as artificial magnets. Nowadays, artificial magnets are prepared in different shapes. For example, bar magnet, horseshoe magnet, cylindrical magnet, ring magnet, dumbbell magnet, and so on. Also, artificial magnets are more powerful than natural magnets. Magnetic and non-magnetic materials. Materials that are attracted by a magnet are called magnetic materials. Examples of magnetic materials are iron, cobalt, and nickel. Mixtures of these with other metals and non-metals are also attracted by a magnet. Materials that are not attracted by a magnet are called non-magnetic materials. Examples of non-magnetic materials are rubber, plastic, feather, paper, mica, gold, silver, and leather. Activity. Aim: to identify magnetic or non-magnetic materials. Procedure: take a magnet. Collect some easily available items made of different materials: nails, paper, sand, clips, coin, pencil, key, a small lock, stone, eraser, pen, duster, and a piece of wood. Now bring magnet close to these one by one. Find out which of these items get attracted to the magnet. Record your observation in tabular form. Magnetic force and magnetic field. The phenomenon of attraction of a magnetic material by a magnet is called magnetism. This attraction exerts a force on the magnetic materials called the magnetic force. The space around the magnet within which the magnetic force can be experienced by a magnetic material is called the magnetic field of the magnet. Poles of a magnet. When magnetic materials such as iron filings are brought closer to a magnet, they do not stick evenly to all parts of the magnet. You will observe that most of the iron filings get attracted and stick to the ends of the magnet. These are called poles. The magnetic strength of a magnet is maximum at its poles than at the middle. Every magnet, irrespective of its shape, has two poles, North Pole and South Pole. A freely suspended magnet always comes to rest in a north-south direction. The pole of the magnet that points towards the geographical north of the Earth is called the north-seeking pole or the North Pole. Similarly, the pole of the magnet that points towards the geographical south of the Earth is called the south-seeking pole or the South Pole. Activity. Aim: to find the poles of a magnet. Materials required: iron filings, a bar magnet and a sheet of white paper. Procedure: spread the iron filings on the sheet of paper. Now bring a small bar magnet close to the iron filings. Observe the amount of iron filings attracted to different parts of the magnet. Observation: we will observe that most of iron filings will stick to the two portions of the magnet. We will also realize that the amount of the iron filings attracted to both the portions is almost equal. Conclusion: the two portions of the magnet where most of the iron filings stick are the poles of the magnet. Magnetic poles always exist in pairs. It was found that if we cut or break a magnet into two, we cannot isolate the North Pole and South Pole. We would get two pieces, each having a North Pole and a South Pole. Therefore, the two poles of a magnet are inseparable. If we further cut these two bar magnets into many pieces, each small piece acts as a complete magnet with two poles. Thus, the poles of a magnet cannot exist independently. They always exist in pairs. Using a magnet to find directions. Magnets were known to people from ancient times. But the primary use of a magnet was to find directions. If a bar magnet is suspended freely in air, it always comes to rest in a particular direction, which is the north-south direction. This property of the magnet is very useful for us. For centuries, travelers have been making use of this property of magnets to find directions. It is said that in olden days, travelers used to find directions by suspending natural magnets with a thread, which they always carried with them. Activity. Aim: to prove that a freely suspended magnet always aligns itself in a particular direction. Materials required: bar magnet, thread and a non-magnetic stand. Procedure: take a bar magnet and put a small mark at one of its ends. Tie one end of the thread in the center of the bar magnet and the other end on the stand. After making sure that there is no magnetic material in the close surroundings, suspend the magnet freely in air. Allow the magnet to come to rest and observe its position with respect to position of the geographical north and south. Record your observations. If the marked end is pointing towards north, then it is the north-seeking pole or the North Pole of the magnet. If the marked end is pointing towards south, then it is the south-seeking pole or the South Pole of the magnet. Give a twist to the magnet and observe again in which direction it comes to rest. Observation: we will see that the magnet always comes to rest in a particular direction, north-south. Conclusion: if a freely suspended magnet is allowed to rotate, it comes to rest such that its poles point in the Earth's north-south direction. Magnetic compass. A magnetic compass is a navigational tool. It consists of a magnetized needle pivoted at a point where it is free to rotate. The needle always points in Earth's north-south direction. The north pole of the magnetic needle points in the north direction and is painted in red for identification. Once you know the north direction, you can easily find out other directions. If you stand facing the north, your back will be towards south. The east will be on your right and the west on your left. These compasses are in use for past hundreds of years by sailors. They are also used by soldiers on ground or pilots in aircrafts to determine or confirm their direction. Attraction and repulsion of magnetic poles. When two bar magnets are brought close to each other, they are either pulled towards each other or pushed away from each other. When they are pulled towards each other, they are said to attract each other. When they are pushed away from each other, they are said to repel each other. Let us conduct an activity to see what happens when two magnets are brought closer. Activity. Aim: to observe attraction and repulsion of magnetic poles. Materials required: 2 bar magnets, a thread and a non-magnetic stand. Procedure: suspend a bar magnet in the air using a thread. Hold another magnet in your hand. Now bring the north pole of the magnet in your hand, magnet 1, closer to the north pole of a freely suspended magnet, magnet 2. Record your observation. Now again bring the north pole of magnet 1 close to the south pole of the magnet 2. Repeat this activity with the south pole of magnet 1 and again record your observation. Observation: you will observe that when like poles of the magnets NN or SS are brought close to each other, they repel. This is called repulsion. And when unlike poles of the magnets NS or SN are brought close to each other, they attract. This is called attraction. In other words, like poles repel each other while unlike poles attract. Activity. Aim: to show that repulsion is the sure test of magnetism. Materials required: a metal bar and a bar magnet. Procedure: take a magnet. Now bring the north pole of the magnet closer to each end of the metal bar. Observation: if the magnet attracts one end and repels the other, then the metal bar is a magnet. If the magnet attracts both the ends of the metal bar, then the metal bar is not a magnet. Conclusion: thus, repulsion is the sure test of magnetism. Properties of magnets. A magnet attracts magnetic materials towards itself. A freely suspended bar magnet always aligns in the north-south direction. A magnet has two poles where its magnetic strength is maximum. Unlike poles attract each other and like poles repel each other. Poles always exist in pairs. Do you know? A magnet can induce magnetism in other magnetic materials such as iron. An iron nail, when brought near a magnet, attract other smaller nails or pins. Making magnets. A magnetic substance such as a piece of iron in the form of a bar or a needle can be easily converted into a magnet by physical methods. The process of converting a magnetic substance into a magnet is called magnetization. For this, let us conduct an activity. Activity. Aim: to magnetize an iron bar AB using a bar magnet. Materials required: a bar magnet, an iron bar and a small iron nail. Procedure: place an iron bar that has to be magnetized on a table. Place one of the poles of a bar magnet, say the north pole, over one end of the iron bar, say end A. Now, without lifting the bar magnet, move it along the length of the iron bar till you reach the other end B of the iron bar. On reaching end B of the iron bar, lift the bar magnet, bring the same north pole to point A of the iron bar, and again move the magnet from point A to point B again. Repeat the process for about 30 to 40 times. Remove the bar magnet. Bring a small iron nail near the iron bar to check whether it is magnetized or not. If not, then repeat the process a few more times. Remember that the pole of the magnet and the direction of its movement should not change. This process is called magnetization of the iron bar by the single touch method. Observation: the iron nail will get attracted to the iron bar. The end A of the iron bar becomes the north pole and end B of the iron bar becomes the south pole. Magnets may be either temporary or permanent in nature. Magnets that retain their magnetic properties for a short period of time are called temporary magnets. Magnets that retain their magnetic properties for a long period of time are called permanent magnets. Temporary magnets are usually made of iron, cobalt, or nickel. Permanent magnets are made from mixtures of iron, cobalt, or nickel along with other materials. Earth as a giant magnet. Why does a freely suspended magnet always come to rest in the north-south direction? This is because the Earth, as a whole, behaves like a huge bar magnet with its magnetic poles near the geographical north and south poles. The Earth has a magnetic field around it. The north pole of this bar magnet is near the geographical south pole and the south pole of the bar magnet is near the geographical north pole. When a bar magnet is freely suspended, the north pole of the magnet gets attracted towards magnetic south pole of the Earth, which is actually geographical north pole of the Earth. The other end, that is, south pole of the magnet, is attracted towards magnetic north pole of the Earth, which is actually geographical south pole. Once the magnet attains the pole positions, it comes to rest. Uses of magnets. Magnets are used in making magnetic compasses which help sailors and navigators to know the directions. They are used in the refrigerators to keep the door closed. They are used in electrical devices like electric bell, loudspeaker, telephone, electric motor, computer, television, etc. They are also used to sort out the magnetic and non-magnetic substances from the scrap yard. Computer hard disk and audio and video cassettes have magnetic material that stores information. Credit cards and ATM cards have a magnetic strip that stores information. The use of the magnets in the medical sciences is very effective. Doctors use magnets to cure arthritis, gout, spondylitis, and other problems related to the nervous system. MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, is a popular technique for scanning body parts. It generally helps in diagnosis. Magnets are used in making stickers and magnetic toys for children. Care of magnets. If the magnets are left open for a long period of time, they will get demagnetized, that is, they lose their magnetic property. To avoid this, magnets are stored between soft iron pieces called magnetic keepers. Always take these precautions while dealing with the magnets. Keywords. Magnet, a material that has the property of attracting certain materials such as iron, cobalt, and nickel. Magnetism, the phenomenon of attraction of a magnetic material by a magnet. Magnetic force, the force exerted by a magnet on the magnetic materials in its magnetic field. Magnetic field, the space around the magnet within which the magnetic force can be experienced by a magnetic material. Magnetic poles, each of the 2 points of a magnet where the magnetic strength is maximum. Magnetic compass, a tool with a magnetic needle that is being used to find directions. Temporary magnets, magnets that retain their magnetic properties for a short period of time. Permanent magnets, magnets that retain their magnetic properties for a long period of time. Demagnetize, to lose magnetism and magnetic properties.